What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, I wanted to actually address the whole leak situation going on right now in Grand Cross and kind of talking about which leakers are going to be credible versus which leakers are not. We have a thing going on right now in the community where we have a bunch of leaks about upcoming festivals, upcoming collaborations, and a lot of these things are not actually based on an actual leaker's information, but mainly just beta app leaks. And so we're going to talk about exactly all that in today's video, and we'll talk about what leakers, in my opinion, are going to be the ones that are giving you guys the correct information, and we'll talk about that in today's video. Pretty crazy topic, but I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Now, hopping into Discord here, guys, I have Lance's Discord pulled up here, which is like the Forest Discord he has, and I wanted to kind of talk about his post that he made right here. So, important announcement about leaks. So I have 3 leakers, 4 if you count Alexis, and will now want credit each leaker whenever I post a leak so nobody gets confused about who made the leak. Now the thing is with this is that some of the leakers here, I will be honest right now, guys, I do not think they are quote unquote leakers. And this is not anything against the people that are doing these quote unquote leaks, but it's mainly a thing of you gotta be credible in the scene. You know what I mean? If you're going to be someone that's leaking Grand Cross, you have to be credible. You have to have things that back up, things that you've leaked in the past. And so that's going to be kind of what we're basing this on. So mainly people that have done, correct leaks versus, these other beta app leaks and things that they could just kind of honestly guess at that point, right? And that's kind of what I wanted to address here. So Lance says the leaker A, which is going to be leaker A Alexis, biggest leaker in the community who has leaked basically everything 1 to 2 weeks before it arrives, not extremely active anymore after getting sued, but he leaks here and there, and his status is going to be official leaker. Now this one right here, I definitely do agree. Alexis, if you guys have not seen already 70s leaks, you guys have probably seen every time that there is like a major leak on the game, it's been because of Alexis. And every time that Alexis has done a leak like that, it's been credible. I don't think we've had a single time where Alexis got something wrong, and if they did, it was pretty much based on an earlier version of Grand Cross. I think there was maybe one time where it was like something in a kit of a character that changed, but that was literally it, and they got the character right and they got all the other things right with that. So yeah, I would say, in my opinion, guys, Alexis gotta be the most credible leaker right now in Grand Cross, and one that you could definitely trust whenever there are leaks going around for Grand Cross, right? Just in general. Now, moving on to leaker B, Brando. Old leaker, but I got to know him this month. He has leaked a lot of things in the past to me, and he leaked the emoji code messages I posted, and he also leaked Tristan as the next festival. His status is both beta and official leaker. Now, something to kind of talk about, guys, with the beta leaks is that these things right here, I'm gonna be 100% honest right now, a lot of the beta app leaks are just not true. A lot of the things that are coming from the beta app supposedly are going to be things that, okay, maybe, they get the character right, right? Like Festival Tristan, I mean, this is a given. This is going to be something we're going to see. This is something you can predict, right? And so, things like the beta app leak right here, right, where, Lance gives credit to Brando and leaker E, saying that they're going to have these skill effects and then this type of passive. I don't think we can really take this with anything at this point in the game. Like, we're not even that close to the, global Anifest at this point, guys. So there's no real reason we're going to be getting any leaks on this that are credible until like 2 weeks before this is actually announced, right? This is way too early for this to be actually any credible information. At this point, this is just speculation, right? They say no info on the ult, unfortunately, and then they say the effects on the skill 1 and skill 2, but let's be honest, like, a lot of these skills are gonna be different on the release. Nothing from beta app, from what I remember, especially like even previous beta apps, have been correct, and like honestly a lot of them have not been, right? Let's see here. Let me see if I can find some like other beta app stuff. So LR Derriere in the works. This is from Kevin, so that's like a different type of thing. Yeah, so right here, like this one right here, come on, guys, come on. Like, the first collab of the year, according to my leaker, is solo leveling. Take this with a grain of salt. If any changes or leaks happen, I will inform everyone. I don't know who gave this leak off, but I mean, amen. And then this right here, I mean, this is just kind of a prediction, right? Like, Flutter Sever, they got the Sever right, and then, yeah, and then it will be PvP focus. This counter, and his counter will be the Goddess Race, which is a given. I mean, anyone could really say this. Anyways, okay, all these things right here with like beta app leaks, guys, just take it as predictions, okay? If you say it's a beta app leak, I'm gonna be honest, at that point, from when I see that, I'm taking that as a prediction. I'm gonna be honest, man. That's just the way it is. Like, if I say, okay, let's just say I just came up with a leak. I'm like, okay, I leaked Festival Tristan for Global Annie, right? It makes sense. Global Annie, you know, it could be a Tristan. That's pretty, you know, like, that's pretty tame. You know, someone could kind of just guess that in general, right? And then say, oh, he's gonna be, you know, a Goddess support character, or he's gonna be a DPS on Goddess. Like, that's something we could just take it, you know, I'm just gonna expect that anyway, right? It's not something that is credible enough to kind of warrant that, and getting the leaks this early in is way too early, guys. The thing with Alexis is that it was always every 1 to 2 weeks before the character arrived, which was why Alexis had the most credible stuff, right? And that's the whole thing right there, which is the most important thing, is leakers are only going to be able to give you the correct information if it's in like, you know, in recent time from when it's about to release. So like 1 to 2 weeks before something is released, right? So yeah, the beta app stuff, I'm gonna be honest, guys, do not take this seriously at all. You can kind of just get it as a prediction, right? If it's a beta app leak, take it as a prediction. It's not going to be something that is credible. I'm going to be honest about that. Right now, Leaker D, he wishes to remain anonymous. He is the one who leaks the files. He was the one who leaked the new Sariel, Galen, Cusack Relic, Green Camilla, LR King, and his status is official leaker. This one, it's hard to say for this one. If this is files, then that's credible, right? If it actually is just the files that like Alexis posts in his Discord, then that's credible, I would say. But if it's anything but that, and you know, it's not public information for the files that are being given out, then I would say nah, it's probably not that credible either. Again, you know, this has to be things that are consistent and are able to have, you know, credible information for that, right? They say here that new Sariel, Galen, and then Cusack Relic, which Cusack Relic has not released yet, so that's something that could definitely be, you know, a little bit questionable there, right? You can see that they say new Sariel, Galen, but Cusack Relic is not available yet, guys. So, you know, you see there's things like that, right? It's like, okay, you know, some of the things are right, and that's nice, but like a lot of the things are maybe they're still in the files of the game and haven't been released, like Cusack Relic. That's possible. So I'm gonna give this one you know, a grain of salt, you know, a hint of grain of salt, because I see that as a possibility, especially with it being the files. But again, it has to be files that we're able to see the images of it, or like a text line of the file, right? If it's something like that, then that's definitely more credible than, you know, a beta app leaker that just kind of says what the character's kit's gonna do, right? That, in my opinion. So now Leaker E, she wishes to stay anonymous. She is the one who leaked basically most beta things. She leaked a new Sariel releasing. She leaked Lancelot is Fest for 2024. Okay, it's saying Fest for 2024, by the way. I mean, like, guys, come on, man. Like, even the slot for when Lancelot released, everyone said it was gonna be Lancelot way prior, before he even did get announced, right? You know, it's a thing that people could have predicted. And surprisingly, she made a big 2025 leak where she did state Tower God is getting a rerun. Now this, sure, you know, this is definitely a good leak right here, saying that Tower God is coming, but not stating when is like, okay, bro, right? Like, at that point, that's a guess. In my take, guys, I'm seeing that as a guess. Right, it's like, okay, Tower God's getting a rerun sometime in 2025, right? Okay, yeah, but like when, right? It's like things like that is like, yeah, like maybe they did get this right, but what if that was just a guess? You know, how am I supposed to take that? Like, I need more credible stuff. So she also leaked a bunch of relics like Galen, Gelda, etc., and then her status is beta leaker. Again, not things that you can really take seriously, guys. I mean, there are some stuff here, like, you know, with Tower God getting the collab, we do know that it has been 100% leaked from Alexis themselves that it is going to be Tower God. So, you know, again, things like this are definitely, you know, a part of being credible, right? But the thing is, too, with this, is it was not stated like when. Like, if this was stated like, you know, a few months back that, okay, Tower God's the first collab we're getting in the year, then sure, you know what, you got that. That's a good, you know, either prediction or actual leak, right? So that would definitely back this claim a lot more, in my opinion. If there's no date really given and you just say 2025, I mean, I could just guess that. You know what I mean? I could just say I got a brand new leak and I'm guessing it, you know? So, I don't know, man. I feel like that's a little bit kind of sus, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Again, I have nothing against all these people, guys. This is just my take coming from, you know, me being a YouTuber and seeing leaks that I've seen in the past and just kind of what's kind of, you know, released in Grand Cross in general. This is just my take on it, man. This is just how I feel about it. Now, leaker K being Kevin, I would say Kevin is actually pretty pretty official, I would say, right? Like he's been posting a lot of stuff that even though might not seem too, credible in terms of things that have, actually released, he is a sound designer for Netmarble, and you can actually search Kevin's details to confirm that, which he actually is. Like I think there was like a I think someone searched up Kevin's like LinkedIn or whatever, like his actual like work setup, and they actually saw that he was a game sound designer. So things like that gives you more credibility, man. If you are saying that you work for Netmarble and then you do have your thing as being like a game sound designer, whatever, then you probably have some insider information. So Kevin, I do see as fairly credible. Now, the last leaker here, guys, is going to be leaker R Regent, and Regent is actually a OG leaker. He's from, back in the day, and he was pretty much the first one to really, start the beta app leaks. A lot of the things that Regent has done in the past, though, have been just kind of left in dead water. Like we haven't gotten like the weather system, the pet system. A lot of things that Regent has said in the past that were like beta app leaks never came into fruition. Yeah, like some of them did, but again, this is not really things that we can take as credible, guys, in my opinion, right? Things for like beta app leaks are just not, you can't really, you have to take it with a grain of salt, right? You can't take it as it is. So yeah, and then he made a return and sometimes works with someone called Dazzling. Dazzling, I think, is credible because they did get a few things right. And I saw the leaks that they had on Twitter. They got Halloween Esterosa right, Green Sigurd. I did see those on Twitter. So for Dazzling, I actually could see that as being pretty credible. And then Regents also leaked that we were getting a new collab with 3 units, 1 unknown, 2 human, and 1 that will have a passive disable ability, his status being beta and official leaker. Again, this last part right here, we do not know. We do not know until it's released. Sure, like, we're getting 1 unknown, 2 humans. Was he trying to hint at Tower God with that? Like, I don't know, like that's the thing. Is that the new units in the collab, right? Yeah, we were getting a new collab with 3 new units, right? Like, okay, but we're getting Tower God though, right? So when is that collab being announced? So that's the thing, guys. I think at the end of the day with leaks, you have to take a lot of it with a grain of salt. But from what I've seen in the past and just kind of what I've like known in terms of who is able to give credible leaks, the one that I could definitely rely on is gonna be Alexis. Everyone else, I would say just take with a grain of salt. That's just the way I'm gonna kind of see it at this point. Anytime I see these like beta app leaks for like the like Tristan kit and like all this stuff is being worked on right now, I cannot take this seriously, guys. I cannot take this seriously, right? So that's the thing that I would say right now is kind of just the way it is for leaks right now for Grand Cross. Take everything with a grain of salt, guys, other than Alexis's stuff. But if Alexis does say something is coming out, it's very, very probable, right? At that point, like, again, it's very, very probable. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to kind of make a video here, guys, kind of discussing this because I know this being a pretty big thing right now in the community. A lot of the YouTubers are covering these beta app leaks or just regular leaks. Not to call out the other guys, but hey, man, y'all are dragging it, bro. You know this is not coming, or if it is, you know this is a prediction you could just do. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna say right here, guys. I don't know if this is a controversial take or anything like that, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that is how I feel about the whole leak situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but that's gonna be it. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.